I'm back with the second half of my review. Again, it's the Walmart exclusive ATST from the Legacy Collection. This thing has got massive articulation. I'm not even going to lie, I have a list here. I'll read it off and then I'll show you what I've figured out so far. This thing has hinge cockpit, hinge viewports, rotating turrets, rotating and removable cockpit, swivel upper hips and hinged upper hips, hinged lower hips, swivel lower hips, hinged knees, hinged ankles, hinged feet, removable supports, alternate chin gun, and of course the ATST driver here. Here he is. It comes with one driver, but it holds two. Can we get a good view of him? All right. He's got a ball jointed neck, swivel shoulders, cut joint elbows, swivel hips, and of course an E11 blaster. He has no holster for the blaster. He's also got a removable helmet. If any of you guys out there have the 30th anniversary Ultimate Battle Pack for either Hoth or Endor, he's pretty much a repack of that. He's got exactly the same shade of uniform as the Hoth one. I think he may have the same head sculpt but different color hair or a different head sculpt. Anyway, it's really close. I've also got a second driver here. This is from an old, it's like a really old, what is it? Imperial Forces Battle Pack of like, I contacted Jedi Master, he said it's like 2003 or something. I've just got him to demonstrate. This thing holds two drivers. Alright, you start by opening the hatch here, the one hatch. You pull this to open the second one. I've showed you briefly in the first part of the review. This is the inside. It does hold two drivers. They are a bit of a tight fit. If you can't get a second driver, I found the Stormtrooper will do, or probably an Imperial officer. I noticed Sith Lord 229 when he reviewed one of these packs said one of these guys has kind of loose legs. For him, he thought it was maybe just a production fault on the individual figure. This one seems to have pretty tight joints. But that said, I wouldn't repeatedly take him in and out of the walker a lot. I would either leave him in or keep him out. I've had some troubles with Imperial officers that way with the shuttle. Their legs get loose if you use them a lot. I mean, like, don't just never move them. Just, you know, keep that in mind. All right, that's the inside. These rotate. These turrets right here, they rotate 360. For this bottom gun, you don't want to force it, but it will come straight out. Pull it down. And this gun takes its place. This is actually a missile launcher. Fire the missiles here. I'll put it in and fire the missiles. It has a peg here. Can you see the peg hole? Put it straight up. Get this thing in here. There. The head rotates, of course, as it does in the movie. You can simulate killing teddy bear people with this. The head also comes off. You can do this. I wouldn't like force it and yank it really hard. I mean, be gentle with it when you use it, but keep in mind this thing does have a lot of articulation. You can also simulate the walker losing his balance here and like slipping and sliding on logs. His legs fold back up. His legs have a lot of articulation. You can stand this thing up. I mean, a lot. I actually had trouble before the review getting these legs straight. Getting them even after I was messing with them. So keep that in mind as well. The joints actually seem rather tight with this, but again, I wouldn't be yanking on them. The feet also, they make a snapping sound every time you, the feet and ankles, every time you move these. This is much more articulate than the old one. I was hoping it would have battery power that the old AT-AT did in the 80s, where it would actually walk on its own, but it doesn't. The old ATST actually had a stomping action lever in the back. This one does not have that. Significantly larger than the other one. I don't have a picture of the two compared side by side, but I have seen one on rebelscum.com. They are, there's quite a big size difference, as there is between the new Falcon and the old one. Legacy Collection toys tend to be getting bigger and to be more scaled with the figures. Now I can't even get this thing straightened out. Anyway, this thing has a lot of articulation to it. As I said in my first half of the review, it runs I got it for like 48 bucks in Alaska. I think it runs just below 44 in the lower 48. Here's the back of it too. You can look at the back. Depending on sales tax and whatnot in your area, the viewport's also open. You can also see through to the cockpit. I don't know if you can see on camera. I'll just open it here and show you with these two drivers in here. You can see through. Another thing that I noticed actually from the website rebelscum.com is how detailed the cockpit is. I know in the older toys, Power of the Force, you had to put the stickers on yourself. I know that's been a really pain for someone like me. Hasbro does put these stickers on for you. I noticed the very, very slight bit of peeling. It's barely noticeable, but it did happen on my walker. Probably just a production variant. Anyway, but I think otherwise this cockpit looks very lifelike, very detailed. These missiles fire. I don't want to lose them. There's a button right here at the bottom. Fire these things. Hold on. They fire both at once. I had some trouble putting these missiles in. In fact, I thought mine was broken. You have to push them all the way, and not just like this. Push them all the way until they snap. Anyway, I'm very happy I got this walker. It's the best toy they've made, I'd say, for the original trilogy. Since I know they made a lot of very good Clone Wars toys, but I generally don't collect them. But this is the best original trilogy toy they've made since the BMF Millennium Falcon. If you're a fan of the original trilogy, especially episodes 5 and 6, where this appears in, I highly suggest you get this. Those of you who own the either one of the 30th anniversary battle packs, don't feel gypped. The figures and stuff are still, they're still relevant. You might want to get this to upgrade, and you also have 2 Walker pilots. I know those packs only come with 1 Walker pilot apiece, but it's well worth the money. Even though this Walker is about just a few dollars less than those battle packs were. It's a much better walker, and I'm gonna give it, even with the price increase, I'm gonna give it probably an 8.5. Whoops, going on 9. I'm gonna have to go find that missile after this review. 8.5 going on 9. It's a very good walker indeed. I hope you enjoyed my review, and later this week, I do have the Han Solo and ATST driver disguise. I'm going to do a bit of a history on the Walker pilot. That's going to be a review later this week, so stay tuned for that, and it'll be, I guess, part 3 of this series. Okay, so this is Supreme signing out, and thanks a lot for tuning in.